Okay, so question 28, it says write this as a single fraction. Now, what I'd say to you guys is remember what we did yesterday when we had a single fraction of a half plus a third. To add two fractions together, what you can do is you get them a common denominator. The 2 looks across, sees a 3, so 3 top and 3 on the bottom. Then the other one, the 3 looks across, sees the 2, so we have a 2 top and bottom. Then all of a sudden we're going to get a 3 out of 6 plus 2 out of 6. The denominators are now the same. Becomes 5 out of 6. This question is no different. You just wrap these in brackets and you use the denominator you don't have already for that fraction. So see the way that the 2 used the 3 and the 3 used the 2? This means that the x plus 1 will use the x minus 3 and the x minus 3 will then use the x plus 1. Does that make sense to everybody, or will I? Yep. The reason why we did this was, if we go back on our steps, okay, the reason why we do this is we have a fraction plus a fraction, which is very similar to the question above, isn't it? It's a fraction plus a fraction. For all fraction plus fraction questions, you look at one denominator, and then you use the other denominator top and bottom. Then when you go to the number 3, you use the other denominator, which is the 2, top and bottom. So this doesn't change. So that way we did it for a really simple fraction, follows true for a more complicated fraction like this one here. So the x plus 1 looks across and goes, the denominator I haven't got is the x minus 3. So you put x minus 3 top and bottom. In the same way you put 2 top and bottom in the last question. Then the x minus 3 looks over and it sees the x plus 1. So then we got to use the x plus 1 top and bottom. Is that right? Now, what can we say about the denominators now? And what can we say about the denominators? They're the same. Can we cross them out? There's no equals. It's not a solved question. You cannot cross out the bottom. Okay. Now, multiply out x minus 3 plus, multiply this out, 2x plus 2. And then what we're going to get is 3x minus 1 all over x plus 1, x minus 3. You okay with that? Okay. Yes, Oscar. No need. You can, and it's still correct. Yeah. Provided you multiply it out correctly, it's still the same. Okay. Now we're going to say hence or otherwise. So look, we're going to just do the method we already know. We're not going to change it up at all. So what we have here, guys, is 1 into x plus 1 plus 2 into x minus 3 equals 1. Now, same thing as last time. You look across, choose the denominator you don't have. The x minus 3 top and bottom. Then on the other one, the x plus 1 top and bottom. What about this one here? Needs both, okay? Said with massive enthusiasm. Now x minus 3 plus x plus 1, and then on the bottom, on the top is x minus 3, x plus 1. Okay, what happens next, guys? X minus 3, and then what happens to the bottoms? Cross out because it's a solve equation. Find is another way of saying solve. Okay, and 2x plus 2, then multiply this one out here. Yeah. Plus 1x, yeah. Yeah. Then minus 3 by plus 1. Minus 3. X squared minus 2x minus 3. And then that's going to be 3x minus 1. Okay, guys, what next? Bring over the 3x and bring over the minus 1. X squared minus 2x minus 3x, because it's now minus 3x. Your minus 3, and then plus 1. X squared minus 5x minus 2. Now the equals 0 can go on either side, can't it? Yeah. What we're going to get is equals 0, okay? And then a equals 1, b equals minus 5 minus b equals 5, c equals minus 2. Okay, minus b formula. How do I know it's going to be a minus b formula? Keyword says find correct to one decimal place the two solutions of. Okay, so now we're at this stage here. So we're going to write down as minus b is 5 plus or minus the square root of, and then we're going to have a bunch of empty brackets. Thank you. Now what? Minus 5, 1, and minus 2, 2 times 1. After that, guys, 5 plus or minus. Put all that into the calculator, what you get? Anybody know? So it's root 33 all over 2. So that means two different types of answers, Dylan. What are the two answers then? Yeah, so one is plus root 33 over 2 and the other one is minus. See the way I haven't used any decimals yet? This makes a more accurate answer. If you round off back up here, you're introducing like a round off error. If you leave it to the very end and leave it in what's called surd form. Surd form is where you have square root signs. If you leave it there to the last minute and then change it over, it gives you a more accurate answer. So we're just going to have a fraction, and then you're going to have 5 plus root 33 over 2. Okay, and what we're going to have here is 5.37. Did it? So that'll round up to 5.4. And then the other one, be really lazy about it and come in and then just change it to a minus, and you're going to have minus 0.37, which is roughly minus 0.4. Okay.